Norman Brock, and welcome to Burlington Black Sport. Of course, I'm here with Richard Del Rosario, and we're at halftime of Game 6 of the PBA Championship. Santa Lucia behind right now by 10 points to Pure Foods, 40-30. Okay, Richard. Pure Foods backed up against the wall, came out very aggressively against that zone defense of Santa Lucia.
Tama po yan. At saka nag-start yan si Mark Pingris with that great energy at the start of the ball game. Scored 8 points in the first quarter alone. Had a lot of rebounds, and it rubbed off sa mga teammates niya.
I thought Roger Yap also did a good job of pushing that basketball up, really attacking the defense of Santa Lucia. Pure Foods actually limited their turnovers in that first half. Let's take a look at some highlights from Pure Foods that took place in the first half of this basketball game. And you're going to see how Pure Foods is a little bit more patient tonight in this particular game against the zone defense. Santa Lucia came out very early in this zone. You're going to see a very aggressive Pure Foods team, not really settling for outside shots, even though they did attempt 16 three-point shots, but instead taking the ball strong to the basket.
Ito na nga yung perfect example. Ito si Kirby Raimundo, as we were mentioning all throughout the series. Hindi masyado maganda ball movement ng Pure Foods, but this time very patient ang kanilang execution against the zone defense of Santa Lucia.
Once again, good ball movement coming up for Pure Foods. Again, moving that basketball around. He's going to have a good up fake here from James Yap. He's going to get a jump shot off for 2 points.
Of course, ito si James Yap coming off the suspension eh. Maganda yung nagisimula niya, nagkaroon kagad ng 3-point basket. And of course, James Yap, ito yung pinaka-zone breaker of the Pure Foods TJ Giants against the Santa Lucia Realtors. Really hoping to lead Pure Foods to a Game 7 against Santa Lucia.
Okay, I wanted to ask you a question. Were you a little bit surprised that Coach Boyette stayed in that zone defense the entire first half?
Yes, actually, I was a bit surprised because he was really, all throughout the series, he started in a man-to-man defense. Pero dito, talagang maaga nga siya nag-zone defense. Probably because he would also like to preserve the fouls of his main men na nagiging problema niya in some of their losses in the series.
And Santa Lucia was using a 2-3 zone defense. They also used a 1-3-1 zone defense. Let's see if they keep it up in the second half. Let's move over to the other side with Santa Lucia highlights from the first half. They've been trying to get out and run. They have not been able to force very many turnovers on Pure Foods. Only 5 turnovers to Pure Foods so far in this basketball game. But when they do get a chance to get into their secondary break, they do attack.
That's right. Mas marami pang turnovers itong Santa Lucia. This is the strength of the Santa Lucia basketball team. They have young legs. They have energetic guys. Ito itong si Ryan Reyes. Tingnan nyo naman, getting the bump and the basket. And Ryan Reyes, magandang pinapakita so far in this ball game with 6 points.
Now, I thought the game of Santa Lucia really stabilized when they started going to Dennis Espino. Dennis Espino did not start this basketball game, probably trying to save his fouls. He came off the bench, but when he did come in, they were able to give him the basketball in the post, and he was able to produce.
That's right. Ito naman yung start ng offense ng Santa Lucia. Ang ginawang adjustment ng Pure Foods dito, once the 1 foot is on the paint ng post players ng Santa Lucia, they double him. But dito, si Dennis, recognizing that, goes the other way, turns towards the baseline, quick move, hook shot para dito sa captain ball ng Santa Lucia.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen here in the second half. Of course, Pure Foods dominating the rebound so far in this game, 35-24. They're really getting to the offensive boards, 12-6 in favor of Pure Foods so far. How do you see the adjustments that Santa Lucia has to make in the second half?
Well, I think Santa Lucia really has to tighten up on that zone. I think they should run because itong Pure Foods shortened up on their rotation. So titingnan natin baka yung fatigue factor might set in again for Pure Foods pagdating ng fourth quarter.
And I really think they have to come out and force turnovers against Pure Foods to try to up-tempo this basketball game because we know every time Santa Lucia forces a turnover, they normally score. That's something they have to produce in the second half. Okay, if you want to email us any suggestions or comments here on Burlington Black Sport, you email us at blacksport@yahoo.com. Richard, thank you for joining us
once again. Thank you, Coach. Tingnan natin, baka this might be the last, Black Sport for the
and I'll miss you. Yeah.
No, don't say that yet. Pure Foods is up. We might see them on Sunday.
Okay, so thank you for joining us here on Burlington Black Sport. Enjoy the rest of the game.